Check 1 2. Okay. So what's up, good people? I'm just hopping on because I've been hearing to get on, just to show up, talk about what's going on. Um, for those of us who are facing and looking at what's going on and feeling the sorrow, for those of us who don't know how to respond, for those of us who are indifferent, in my case, going through a lot of the emotions around a lot of what's been going on, from the pandemic to police shootings and brutality and killings and race things that appear to be racism and riots, destruction of property, all these different things happening. And finally, the dam broke for me today. Just seeing the transgender teen being shot. It's just like all these things happening. So really had to listen to Spirit today and feel like, as the Christian scriptures talk about, God is love. Had to go to love. In the times of uncertainty, in the times of great sorrow, and in times when things are great. I found that to be the best solution. To go to love, go to God. To listen and to hear. And I kept hearing just to come on live today, and wondered what I should share. But I kept getting, don't think about it, just come on. So I'm coming on. I want to read you what my wife heard. I'm not even sure, maybe it was today or yesterday, but she posed a question, and she does the same thing. We both align, allow, let go. We do this meditation. It's a form of prayer when we ask and we listen. We ask a question of Spirit and we listen. We call Spirit God, love. We call it Source, the source of all things. We ask and we listen. We've been practicing this and get some pretty helpful things. And what my wife shared I thought was on point. See if I can find it. Okay, here it is. In fact, I'm going to show it to you so you can see it on Facebook real quick. All right. What is my best and highest action in this time to heal and shift what is happening with brutality and violence against black people in America? Your best and highest action is always to look at everything with the eyes of love. This is a time of shining the light on the darkness, knowing this darkness is here to teach you and all about the oneness of all people. This darkness is here to show us that we are still seeing each other as separate. As long as we are not seeing these acts as happening to our own children, our own family, then we are able to look away. So you are called to see all those suffering as your own children, as your own family, and know that you are all one. You are called to look at this darkness and feel the sorrow, knowing that you must feel it to heal it. Feel it from a place of knowing that collectively we can create change. Then shine light on this wound with love and forgiveness, and the knowing that we can change as a people, as a human race. That we always have the choice in each moment as to what we collectively want to show up as, love or hate. If you hold hate in your heart, even though you feel it might be justified, you are creating more hate. See this as an opportunity for healing. Call for healing. call for change as the human race. Be the example of knowing that we are all one and we are all love, no matter what label we have put on ourselves as a race, as a sex, as an age, as a political party. We are all one and are here to lift each other up and heal together. You are blessed to have so many examples of how to love each other from great leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., Gandhi, and Jesus, who chose love over hate. Now is the time for love. Send all those that are suffering due to separation love and ask for collective healing. Now, so it is. So that's what we're going to do. For those willing to join, we're going to ask for healing. Take a breath with me. Just breathe. Feel whatever you feel, whatever's arising. Just breathe. For the families on all sides who are suffering, our brothers and sisters who are suffering, mothers and fathers who are suffering, children who are suffering, our family that is suffering. We ask to awaken to our oneness, to our interconnectedness. We ask for assistance, for help, for your divine help, your divine intelligent knowing to assist us in awakening to our interconnectedness, to awakening to see beyond this illusion of separation. To waking up and knowing what we are here to do, who we are here to be, to surrendering to love, to seeing the perfection, and to opting out of the suffering, opting out of the delusion, the illusion. We ask for your assistance, for your help. We ask for expanded awareness, for more light and love to assist us, for that source energy, for that power to assist us. We ask for blessings, those who are seeking help right now, that we might be a light to our brothers and sisters, to our family, that we might be a light to all those who need it. So it is. One last thing I'll share, then I'm off. What I received this morning was helpful for me, and I will find it and share it with you. A great reminder for me. Tag some friends in it. I'll also let you see. Just a reminder. You are here to bring through the knowing that knows it is time for us to rise. It is time for us to unite. It is time for us to go beyond the limited, conditioned thinking of separation and to realize our birthright of ushering in something new. Division and divisiveness cannot heal, cannot change, and cannot unite. What it is time for is a unification that is internal first and foremost. The shift internally to see all mankind, all life as one. Then and only then can we begin to see clearly enough to remove the speck from our eyes. Yes, that is the only healing that will truly transform humanity from suffering to bliss, from hell to heaven. And so, guess I want to leave you with this a bit of music. If I can cut back here. So my cousin asked me to share this, Richard Williams, and I think it's a good time to do it. I wish it weren't, as I replied to him, I wish it weren't still relevant. I wish it weren't still a reminder that was even timely. Wish it was outdated and unnecessary. I'll see if I can stream it for you and you'll see what I'm talking about. For those that are familiar, feel free to share. Some of you have been sharing it already. I'm going to listen as well. What if sharing Black Lives Matter was a way to say, I love you, to the slaves that built this country but were never thanked? Black Lives Matter. What if it were a way to say thank you to those who gave their lives to bring equality in human relationships, in civil rights, in education, and economic opportunity? Black Lives Matter. What if simply acknowledging Black Lives Matter was one way to send love to the black ancestors and their descendants, the current generation? A way to say thank you for being the glorious children of God that you are and have always been. Black Lives Matter. What if it were a simple way to support and encourage the descendants of those who were dehumanized, oppressed, demonized, lynched, and murdered just for being black? Black Lives Matter. What if it were a way to show unity, acknowledging that black lives deserve the same care and respect as all lives? Black Lives Matter. What if it were a simple way to shift the collective consciousness of the world by shining a light of love and value on something that has been systematically devalued, both consciously and unconsciously, intentionally and unintentionally? Black Lives Matter. What if it were a way to put ointment on a wound that takes the collective love of humanity to heal? Black Lives Matter. What if it were all of this and more just by you choosing it to be? In this moment, that is exactly what it means to me. Black Lives Matter. So, it's just one aspect of it, of course. Black lives matter, as all lives matter, as your life matters, as my life matters, as their life matters. And it's becoming very clear to me that my need for healing can only come through surrender. Surrender to the source and the knowing. Over and over again, I'm learning that lesson in many ways, and I feel like we're all learning it. We find the practices that help us, and we listen to spirit, and we surrender, and we do the best we can. And sometimes there's a time to cry. There's a time to feel sorrow. I feel like I'm feeling that. I know a lot of people are feeling that. I wish it weren't the case. Wish that wasn't part of it, but that's not reality. But we can do it in a way that keeps us aligned. When I first felt the sorrow coming on, I got angry. I felt that sense of anger, and I knew it was time to get aligned, to surrender to spirit, to not let that energy turn into anger and projection, but to see that it was revealing something in my own consciousness because of oneness, because of our interconnectedness. It was a sign to heal. A lot of this anger and this rage is misdirected because we don't know what to do. We don't know how to heal. We don't know how to we don't know how to heal. We don't know where to go. Don't know where to turn. Oh man, and I'm just crying because of the feeling of it, the energy of it, the sorrow. I'm grateful though that there is an answer, and I'm using that answer. That answer is the only thing I found that works. And that's surrender, alignment with the source, with God, with spirit, whatever you recognize. That's the only thing I found that heals the heart that is wounded, that heals the heart that is in sorrow. Oh, oh. So may we all heal. May we all find the healing. May we all find that way to surrender, to go within, and to listen to that spirit and listen to what's ours to do. Part of what I was here to do was to show up. To show up. To do the healing real time. I'm going through it too, you know. Made my mistakes. I've had to learn to forgive and see beyond the illusion of my own mistakes, much less my own mistakes as humanity. And that strength, that ability only comes from a level of consciousness that goes beyond seeing separation, that goes beyond seeing problem, that goes beyond seeing evil, that goes beyond seeing injustice. Love. So I'll leave you with the spoken lyrics from the song that came after I heard and received Power of Love and Black Lives Matter. It's, I must let you know that we matter. Tell these people all that we matter. We've got to face the truth somehow. We matter. Change what we do right now. We matter. See, it's a history of pain, separation. It's insane. Have you bought into the lies? Black, white, whatever. Never a reason to despise. See, we're all part of the human race, one humanity, a truth we must face. If we can't learn to love each other, then we can't learn to forgive one another. It's time to move on to a new way of seeing, a new way of being. Can't even remember the rest. Point is, we've got to move beyond the separation. We've got to move beyond the lower conditioned level of limited thinking, conditioned by society to see each other this way or that, conditioned to accept these labels. And yeah, there is the appearance of difference, no doubt, culturally, physically, all these differences, legitimate in the sense that they are physical appearances, cultural appearances, but they're all constructs and creations that don't speak to the essence of who we are, and that essence are extensions of God, children of God, made in the image of God, however you want to look at it, from the one source, the vine and the branches. So may we remember, may we experience, may we know, and may we be set free from the suffering so that we can heal first internally, and we can extend that love outwardly. So I'm in it with you, and I'm wishing you incredible expansion, incredible abundance. I'm wishing you your birthright wellness. I'm wishing you the strength and the knowing so you can be set free, so we can be set free, so we rise together. One. Peace.